This podcast is made possible by the County of Sonoma and PG&E. Welcome to our Emergency Preparedness podcast, where you will learn valuable information for the safety of your community. My name is Xochitl Marquez, Marketing Coordinator of the Sonoma Valley Community Health Center, and it is such a pleasure for me to introduce you to Gerardo Diaz, Bilingual Outreach Coordinator for the Community Center. Welcome, Gerardo. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, Xochitl?
I am doing great. I am so happy to have you here.
Thank you for the offer and the invite, the pleasure's mine.
Thank you so much, Gerardo. So we know that since its founding in 1952, the Community Center had the goal to build a community where the residents of Sonoma could learn, connect, and progress together. Your organization is actually known by offering spaces and a wide variety of classes where basically everybody can learn or develop an ability, right?
Yeah. We do. It's meant for adults and for kids too. So we do offer kids classes too.
That is so wonderful. What many people might not know, Gerardo, is that you also have an emergency preparedness program. And that is the reason why we decided to invite you to our show so you can tell us a little bit more about this wonderful program that you have in place.
Yes. So that program was, I think it was funded after the wildfires that we had in 2017. And it was handed to me last year. So I didn't know what to do. So I started looking online, like, what can I do? What can I offer to the community, especially to the Latino community? That's my main focus, to be exact.
We need to be more involved, right?
Yes, we do. So I started looking, and we did find some classes that we offer from the fire department. They do offer a lot of classes for emergency. So what I did is I actually turned them into Spanish because we want to make sure that our Latino community gets all this really good info too, So which they did, and they've been great. So every year we offer 2 classes from the fire department, which is their name is Scope.
Oh, perfect. And so these classes are bilingual. They explain or show the class first in English and then right away they do it in Spanish, or they have different groups?
So the main guy that does it, the chief, he does it in English, and then they do have another firefighter there that speaks Spanish, and then he's translated to the community. So it is bilingual.
Okay. And will you let us know when those classes happen?
Of course. You know what? I will let you know. But if you actually get involved with us, so as you become a emergency preparedness volunteer, if you sign up, you actually will get an email from us every month. You get a newsletter, and then I'll tell you all the classes that I have.
Oh, so you just, once you register, you will have all the information available regarding emergency preparedness. This is great. And you have it available on your website?
Yeah, it is in our website. So if you go to sonomacommunitycenter.org, you'll find it. If you click on the side, there'll be a button, and then you have to click on the button that says Get Involved. And then it'll send you to a volunteer. And then from there, you just sign up, and then you'll get all this good news from us.
We will make sure, Gerardo, to write that information below our video so people have access, because probably they do not have a pen right now, but we will make sure that they have a quick access to it.
And you'll see us. We also do a lot of outreach too when we have the emergency preparedness outreach. So you're there. I see you all the time. Mm-hmm. So, you can find us there too, So just keep an eye over there, Just check us out, Don't be a stranger.
And can you tell us a little bit more about your CPR classes?
Yeah, the CPR. So the CPRs are also done through the fire station, and then I believe it's the Red Cross that you get an email, and then if you're in English, you get to do it at home in your computer, eating your coffee and stuff. But if you're gonna do it in Spanish, and then you have to come in to the fire station, and then we do a class in Spanish, which it takes like 2 days. It's a 2-hour thing. We don't want to do it 4 hours. It's just too much. So you come in for 2 hours, we explain to you, we show you the videos, and then the next time you come, you do 1 hour on a test, and then 1 hour you do hands-on your CPR. So you do the maniquees and stuff. So, and then they show you how to, the one that it shows you how to do the fire extinguisher is the one that's Scope. At the end of the day, you get to use the fire extinguisher. They show you how to do it.
How valuable for
That's
our
pretty good.
community to learn abilities like that.
Have you ever used a fire extinguisher before?
No, I
So
haven't. I need to go to your
yeah.
classes.
If you look at it, some people will go like this in the air, and it's actually you on the bottom. That's where the fire is, not
See,
the
I would
top.
have done that. I would have
Yeah,
done that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So it's really good. What's it called? The experience to do those. So the knowledge and then to know how to use a fire extinguisher, to know that this fire extinguisher also has a expire date, and you need to check them. So. I didn't know that. I had a fire extinguisher in my house that it was like 20 years old, and I didn't know
And you
that.
did, you
I
didn't know
didn't have
about
anything in there.
it.
But yeah, so the CPR are in Spanish and English too.
Okay, that
And
is
then
wonderful.
you do get a certification with the CPR.
Oh, you do?
You do. And then what I do is every year I do it twice a year, just because I want to make sure that people don't forget what they learn. Because if you don't use it in the daily basic, you're going to forget how many chest compressions you have to do. You know what I mean? And then there's rules now that you don't have to do mouth to mouth. So and then they do have these special tools for kids if they're choking. They have this plastic that you put in their mouth, and it's like a suction, and it takes out whatever is choking them, making them choke.
Well, it's
So
like an updated version, right, of what we learned in the
yes,
past. Because I took those classes, and to be honest with you, I do not remember anymore. As you mentioned, when you do not use it, you
you're
you,
gonna
you
forget.
you're going to forget. So
Yeah.
I do need to go to those classes, and of course, I invite our community to do the same.
Yes. Thank you. And we get a good outcome. I think our CPRs are really popular. We get around 30 to 40 people,
Oh,
and we pay for
so
it.
you see that? Tell me more about that.
Yeah, they don't have to pay a dime. And if you try to do your CPR from the outside, it's gonna cost you like $150. If you do it through us, it's gonna be free.
You know what, Gerardo, this is one of the things that I really value about this country and about our community. In Mexico, where we both are from, most of the classes you have to pay.
Yep.
And I have noticed that here in the States and in California, to be exact, so many resources and classes are available to us, and sometimes they even pay us to learn.
I know. We actually do a stipend to people too.
See?
We do a $40 stipend just to take our classes. Because we know that you have kids and sometimes you have to leave it with the babysitter. So
That will cover the
that'll
babysitter.
call the babysitter, or that'll cover your donut after it with a coffee or something.
After that, after
Yeah.
sweating it with that CPR class.
Yeah, for sure.
And I also noticed on your website that you offer emergency bags. Can you
So
tell
I
us?
don't offer the emergency bags. There is another organization called Nuestra Comunidad, which it comes and does classes there. And then if you take the classes, you are going to leave with a bag, a tote bag.
Oh, perfect. Also, you kind of collaborate with
Nuestra
NC
Comunidad.
707. Yes,
Yes.
Alma Bowen.
Alma Bowen, yes. So they're pretty good. And they also do English and Spanish. So those bags are pretty amazing, actually. They do come with food, goodies in there. So, and then one of the things is when you have an emergency, you want to have those bags. You want to be prepared. You want to be ready to go.
Do you remember what those bags
They do. They
have?
have like food. They have water, which is really important, because they say you have to have like a certain amount of water for the days that you're gonna be like for at least for 3 days or something like that. But you have to have your charger, money, which is really important, and some clothes and something warm too, I believe, just in case.
You know what, Gerardo? I actually have tried that food, and it's not bad at all.
You tried it?
Yes, I tried it. I went to an event with Alma Bowen, and they showed us how to cook
The food?
and it was amazing. It was really yummy. Now, can you imagine in an emergency when you don't have anything
I
else
guess
to
when
eat?
you're hungry, it doesn't really matter what
It'll
you eat.
taste even
It'll
better.
taste delicious, I'm pretty sure.
Those little things, right, Gerardo, that can actually make a difference. Sometimes we think that in order for us to survive, we have to do this huge, or we have to have this amount of knowledge. But sometimes it's the little things that ones
Yeah.
that make the difference.
But just think about it. Like you're in a case of emergency, you don't think straight, and especially if you don't have that the ability or the training, you're lost. You don't know what to do. But if you have the training, you're thinking straight. You know what to do. You know if you even you can help your neighbor. You know, because I don't know. That's how I think. You
No,
know.
it actually makes sense because the more you practice something, at the end, it comes like naturally, right? You don't have to think about it. It's like automatically. Just for example, I remember my first times driving, and it was hard. And now I do it almost without even thinking.
Yeah.
I read a line, and I truly do not remember where, but it said that most people mentioned, oh, they were so lucky to survive this disaster emergency. And then the headline said, it's not about being lucky, it's about being prepared.
Prepare. Yeah, because they were prepared. They know what to do. You know, a lot of people in another fires they didn't have the same, luck.
Exactly.
So we need to be ready. That's all.
It was actually Alma Bowen, the one who mentioned to us that she used to work for 911. And she said, you have no idea how stressful it was for
How many
us to
calls?
receive so many calls, and we couldn't help all. People sometimes think it just by making that call, someone is going to come to the rescue, but sometimes that is not the case.
Yeah. No, you have to think for yourself too. Common sense sometimes. So, but be ready. And that's why we offer all these classes to prepare, also to spread awareness of there is dangers out there. So you need to be ready in case of an emergency.
That is true, Gerardo. Talking about being prepared, you have classes for children age 9 to 12 years old on emergency preparedness. I was very impressed with that.
That was really funny. We came up to that from a organization in the Bay Area, which is called STEP, which it means, I'll tell you what it means right now. I need to read it because I wasn't prepared. It means Student Tools for Emergency Planning. So the ages is from 9 to 12, and it's just basically to train your kids too, so they can be ready too. So you don't have to be like, wake up, get your stuff,
They will also know what to do.
They also know what to do and how to get their bag also ready for emergency. So the tote bag.
That is important to mention because probably some people might be thinking that a go bag is one per family, and it is actually not.
No.
It's one per family member.
Yeah, everybody should have one. But if you let your kids do it, they're probably going to have like candy and, their favorite toy, their PlayStation in there. So you still need to check their bag,
That is true.
My wife, I remember that in 2017, we ran out of the house and the only thing that she took out was the photographs,
That's what was valuable for her.
And then we had to come back like days later to get our, clothes and stuff like that. So.
But now that you lived that experience, now you're more prepared. Now you know that you have to do things in advance.
Yeah. No, it's so we do have our stuff ready, ready to go. We got boxes also, not just bags. We have some boxes ready to go just in case.
Just like pack and go. I mean, you don't even have to pack. It's just grab and
go. Yeah. So.
Tell us a little bit more about the We Share Solar. I know it's a new program that you are about to implement.
Yeah, so We Got Solar, I found out about because I think La Luz had it, and I found out that they offer for nonprofits. So what it is it's actually like a suitcase that kids will build, and they come with a solar panel and everything. So in a case of an emergency, you can actually hook up your phones. It comes with a light that you can, just in case, there's no lights, people lose their light. So what it is the kids will build this and then they'll send it out to states where there's emergency or countries, not just the United States, everywhere.
Wow.
So the kids will build this case and then it'll be handed out to all these emergency places.
Isn't that so valuable? and amazing that
Yes,
people can, I mean, our kids can be building something that will save the life, or it
yes,
will make a
a
difference in the
different.
life of some of people in an emergency,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. So it's really cool. Hopefully, we get the funding for that, and then we get to bring it to the Sonoma Community Center, and we get to give some classes and build some cases. Some suitcase emergency preparedness.
And then you need to come back and tell us about
I
it, so
know.
our community.
I'll come and give you all the details for sure. But yeah, no, that was a really good one. We're hoping next year we'll get it.
That
So
is so great. I
yep, yep.
cannot wait to see that happen.
Yeah, for sure.
Gerardo, and I know you already mentioned so many different services, such as like the classes and giveaways. Where our community can learn more about you and about these services?
So, like I said, you can always go to sonomacommunitycenter.org and you can see everything that we offer there. And then if you become a volunteer, emergency volunteer person, you're going to get a newsletter with all the information.
I will register for that.
Please do.
Subscribe.
Subscribe, please. It doesn't cost you anything. It's only a couple, what's it called, questions. And you don't have to, it's not like, what can I say? It's
It's
if
not
they
like a
call
long
you,
process.
yeah. If they call you, you get the choice to say yes or no to go and help. It's not like you need to go and do it.
But I am so
But
glad.
always help though.
Yes.
I mean, you're always gonna have it, and if you have an ability and you want to use it, if you're good at something, we can use it. We can harvest that.
That is actually very meaningful, Gerardo. I was reading on the website, and it said this line actually caught my attention, that it says there is a role for everyone and a need for every skill and level of ability. To me, that is saying we all are needed, and
Yeah.
together we can make a difference.
Yes. I mean, you don't have to be a nurse to be a volunteer. You don't have to be a doctor. I mean, you can come with your happiness and help all those people in need, right? I mean, they're all sad. So if you're a cook, if you know how to cook, we have a kitchen at the Sonoma Community Center. If we get people there, we're gonna need cooks. We're gonna need people who can help the other people. So you don't have to, like I said, you don't have to be a surgeon or to be helping. Maybe you have a bigger truck and we need that truck. To
Exactly.
come and help us pull up people, bring people from the mountains. Who knows? To transfer people from one side to another one.
That is the beauty
So
of the strength of a community, to be able to come together and to help one another.
yes, I believe a lot. Sometimes when the 2017 fires, a lot of the food trucks helped all those places in need. They used to cook for them, for free. So it was really beautiful.
I love
Humanity.
stories. Yes, I love
You know.
stories like that, when we come together, and therefore we are stronger.
Yep.
Gerardo, we cover so many things here. Thank you so much for being with us. But before I let you go, can you please tell us, or tell our community, just one main idea or point that you would love them to remember from everything that we talk about today, that you think will make a difference in their lives?
You know what? I always say, and I always tell people that be nice to people. I'm gonna change it from the one in Spanish, but I always say be nice. There is gonna be hard times coming, so let's be conscious of other people too. And let's look for all these trainings so we can get all these people trained and get ready to go. So in case of an emergency, we can be prepared and we can be all come together and help.
So
together.
important.
We're all human beings.
Yes. One day I learned about this term of interdependency, which is basically saying I am you and you are me. When we really dive into that concept, I think it is easier for us to worry about one another, and the knowledge that I have, I can pass it to you, so you can also have that knowledge, but not only information, but to put it into practice, right? As you mentioned, the way for us to have a safety community is basically educating that community,
Exactly.
right? And
Educated. Yeah, that's really good.
And thank you so much, because I know that you do it also in Spanish, and so important and so necessary for our Hispanic community. And
Yes, yes, especially the Latino community, which we need to come together and we need to be heard too. We need to make our stand too, especially here in Sonoma, which there's a lot of Latinos here. So come on, people, come out.
let's
You
make
know,
the difference.
yes, make the difference for sure.
Thank you so much for coming, Gerardo. It was such a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you for the invite. Thank you for the invite.